What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Playmaker Way with a playbook. Hope you're having a great day, morning, or evening. And y'all read the title, man. 90% win rate, supply and demand trading strategy. Now, this is your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly videos like this, but we also post weekly and daily crypto analysis. We're going to be doing stock analysis soon as well. And we day trade over here, so we live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on this very same channel. So I teach y'all how to not only make active income as well as passive income, meaning making money on the front end as well as money on the back end. So before we get into this video, of course, I'm going to show you that this is not clickbait. I actually do have a 90% win rate, over 90%. So as you can see here, just looking at this one chart alone, just my GP New Zealand trades alone this month, right? December the 5th. So you see this month alone, took that one loss, made that money back, took another win, another win, another win, another win, looking for another setup as we speak right here. So this right here is 5 out of 6, right? But the risk reward is really good. 1 to 4 risk reward, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, almost 1 to 6. So that means whatever I risked, I made 4 to 5 or 3 times that amount. So for example, if I risked $100 here, I would have made $400. Or if I risked $1,000 here, I would have made 4,000. And if you go to the free signal, free Telegram, first link in the description, you can see that this is not BS either. We just simply scrolled to last week. We went 4-0 last week. The week before that, we went 3-1. The month before that, November, we ended 14-1, 93% win rate. We ended October 15-1, 94% win rate. And if you go to October 4th, you'll see how we ended quarter 3. July 16-5, August 13-1, September 14-2, 43-8, 84% win rate. Now this footage is actually a footage from exclusive members live stream. We go live at least twice a week during New York high impact news events. So you can see footage behind the scenes of us breaking down these huge GP New Zealand trades, as well as breaking down the support resistance supply demand setup and method behind the madness. So make sure to watch to the very end. So this GN buy setup was a pretty simple setup, right? First, we just go back to Monday. This was the same buy setup we took this Monday that we took the week prior, right? So we go to the events place signal really quick. Let's go ahead at 16. Right, look at this trade here, 1910, TPs, all that good stuff. And then we go to this trade here, which was on the 10th. And also pay attention to how we just been riding this entire GN wave, right? But it was the same position, right? We just entered 5 pips later, right? With the same exact move. So why do we go for a buy this week on Monday when price was retracing a red to start off? Again, by just simply following the flow of price, right? So prior to this huge high getting made, what do we have take place the week prior? All right, so let's go back to Friday last week. So this is how we ended the week off before Monday came in, right? So again, this is why all my trade breakdowns, what I always start off with breaking down and saying to identify the trend. So what do we see right here? We see that, yes, there's 2 red candlesticks in a row. But besides those 2 red candlesticks, what's the structure we have? We have an uptrend, we have bullish momentum. So that's why I always say, if we're in an uptrend, no matter what, look for what buys. If we're in a downtrend, no matter what, look for what sells. Because you want to go with the flow of price. The bigger time frames are going to tell you their overall direction, overall bias. The smaller time frames are only going to explain and show you what price is doing at that exact time, at that exact moment. The things are also used to determine different things. You see what I'm saying? So both of them are important, but you got to use them for what they're meant to be used for, what they're actually showing you, which is why a lot of times when people jump onto the smaller time frames, try to identify the trend on the smaller time frames and then enter off that same smaller time frame, why a lot of times, you know, fake out liquidity sweeps they become victims to, is simply because of that, right? Because again, small time frame might show a downtrend, but that doesn't mean that we're in a downtrend, right? So like if we go to the smaller time from this bar replay, I don't know why it's acting slow right now. I have been working my computer, but it's all good. All right, like we had a downtrend on the smaller time frame, but that doesn't mean that we was in a downtrend on the bigger time frame, right? Because this, people would have looked at this and assumed sells, especially because, you know, price broke this level, start treating it as resistance again, right? Failed to hold this low as support, start treating it as resistance. So a lot of people would assume it was sells, especially after this big drop. Well, what did we do? We went for buys. Why is that? Because again, we go into the bigger time frame, it's going to show us a completely different story and a completely different market structure, a completely different situation and scenario, right? What we see when we go to the bigger time frame is not a downtrend. We see a simple retracement, and we see that we're in an uptrend. Another reason why we went for a buy setup here is because, again, you can look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the present and what could potentially happen in the future. I'm going to say it again, look to the left, it's going to explain what's happening in the and what could potentially happen in the future. So way back when, earlier this year, during the summer quarter, we caught this huge push to the upside, and we caught this huge move on GN. We also caught EN as well, right? But we hit this resistance level, that's when the reversal and the consolidation took place. You see? Then when price tried to make his way back and never came back up to this level until 2 weeks ago, right? When we had price break this level and Wickham rejected. But what we also saw after this rejection is that price was respecting this level as support, which again, you look to the left, it's going to slow what's happening in the present, but potentially happen in the future. We saw last time, right? So let's thin these levels out so y'all know what levels I'm talking about now. We're talking about, give me a second. We're talking about this level right here, right? We're talking about this level right here. Let's just see what these charts are looking like. G is still kind of struggling. GJ still doing this thing. All right, cool. All right. Okay. So again, when price came up to this level, it failed to hold that support. Tried again, failed to hold that support. Came back into its consolidation, right? But then when the volume came back in, held that support and gave us a new higher high, right? So after we saw that happen, of course, it was catching bias here. But after we saw price break this level and treat it from resistance to support, that's what gave me the confidence to go for a buy. And again, if y'all was in the London session lives, you know, we was talking about if it could break this resistance in the previous high, we could see a new higher high get made. And that's exactly what happened this week. Again, I don't got a crystal ball. I'm not an inside trader. I don't got, you know, the government's or whatever on speed out. It's simply just following the market structure and the flow of price. I know we're in an uptrend. I know last time we broke this level, we failed to hold that support. I see this time we broke past it and we're retesting. So again, assuming the trend's going to continue, this will be the perfect position to go for a buy at. It's that simple, right? So then this is where you go to the smaller time frame to then see how price is reacting to these levels, right? Because this is when you wouldn't want to mark off your key price levels, see if price is holding the level as support, because again, we're going for buys. So we want to see if price can hold this level as support, right? So then we just fast forward a little bit because we didn't take this trade, right? They added some new times. Interesting. All right, so we go back to London session on Monday. Fast forward. This is what I did the Sunday chart analysis, boom, right? So this is London session. So we was looking for this during the London session live, but obviously we didn't take this trade until after the London session live. Like we can see right here. Is this one? Yeah, it was this one right here, right? So we took it 2 hours after the live stream. It was after price broke this level and after this retest that we pulled the trigger, right? So after price broke this level, after it failed to hold that support, we saw this volume come to this candlestick when we entered, right? Because you see 533, we entered right off this 530 candlestick, which was right here. There we go. And after that, again, it was just simply just letting volume and price do the rest. All right, so, you know, we was chilling for a little bit, struggling to break through that. But once the volume kicked in, we started to hit TPs, right? Consolidated, chilled here a little bit, retested this level, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it did a retest, right? What was that, the retest? I think I might be confusing it with yesterday's trade. But again, right, even with this low volume, when you go with the flow of price, you still have a higher likelihood of it going your way in your favor. And we see here, it went exactly back to the highs last week. But this time, instead of rejecting it, which it did, it broke back above and started to treat it as support, which gave us that new higher high and the indication that price could keep pushing up, which gave us the sign to go for another buy the next day, right? So this was a little bit of a swing trade Monday going into Tuesday. I was trying to hold this all up until today as well, but I got wicked out. But we re-entered and added a new setup and a new trade, right? Same thing. We see price rejecting this level, waiting for price to break above, hold that support. That's when we pulled the trigger, hit a few TPs, retested. So even if you missed that initial push, you would have waited for the retracement, entered here, you would have caught the same move twice. But this time, after it broke that level, we had an FOMC right here. And then here, this candlestick was the 445 news we had right before markets closed, right? So both news, or all three news events, went with the floor price and went in our direction in favor, right? Simply due to us just following the floor price. So again, the news gave us all to help push price to the upside. But even if there wasn't news yesterday, buy still would have been the right thing to go for. And we still see, again, the uptrend still being followed. And we caught the entire higher high this entire week. You know what I'm saying? It's literally that simple, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free Signal free Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify these levels by Signal services on my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now, I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now, all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the Advanced Play Signal Room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are an hour long, and they're sent to you same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.